This episode is being brought to you by Visie Digital Solutions. Are you an entrepreneur, solopreneur, small business, or nonprofit in need of design and digital solutions to grow and scale? Then look no further. Visie Digital Solutions is a high-level marketing, development, and security agency. We use creative design and emerging technologies to expand brands and nonprofit organizations. To learn more or schedule a free consultation, visit us today online at visiedigitalsolutions.com. That's VISIE digitalsolutions.com.
How the topic came about. I was listening to Sirius XM radio, right? Mm-hmm. And Sway was talking about how what's your boy from Florida name? Dang, the rapper name. What's the dude from Florida?
Flo Rida.
Flo Rida. Him and Ashanti are cool. They're good friends,
right.
And they went on vacation together. But he dating somebody. So how did that look with them going on vacation together as friends? How do you feel about your person you're dating going on a date? Not a date, going on vacation.
The person
with a friend.
Your girl, the person you're dating
Is my girl
has a
no.
The person you're dating has an opposite sex best friend or good friend.
Or
how
you.
do you feel? Huh? Or me.
You. Mm-hmm.
How will she feel about me going on vacation with Gwen? Because Gwen would be the equivalent.
Right.
But I think that would be it would be established. She would, if I'm dating her, she would already have met Gwen a long time ago, so she understands the relationship.
Right.
So
that don't mean she might understand the relationship.
Well,
like
because Tahira wouldn't have understood it. She wouldn't understand.
Right, because I'll say it.
All right. So we're into it now.
I went to Jordan's last All-Star in Atlanta.
Yeah.
My boy Gerard, supposed to be me, him, and his sister. Now we all family, but I'm on my way to Charlotte, and I'm like, yo, are we meeting at your house, or we gonna meet at your sister's house? But I ain't going. So I basically ended up going to All-Star Weekend with his two sisters.
Dang, you left.
I had to call. I was like, look, Gerard ain't going. But luckily, she was like, it's All-Star. Go ahead. I know them.
Go ahead, keep going.
It was awkward, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Jimmy bringing this in. Well, I get
all right, y'all. 4 Times Dope Podcast, episode 3. Let's just get it going.
Already started.
Yeah, we in the building. 4 Times Dope. Yeah, we known to get it live, man. 4 Times Dope. New level, keep it high, yeah. 4 Times Dope. Mic check, now we on it, we live.
It's good dialogue. We're lathered up with this alcohol, so we're good to go. And I am Jamie, one of the co-hosts, here with Jermaine, Kasharo, and Kwame. We are the 4 Times Dope podcast crew. Yeah, I'm good and drunk. But the question that we already started off is, in a relationship and going on vacation, with the opposite sex. So, Kasharo, if you could just keep going.
Okay, so
then we'll all give our... Yeah.
So it started, I was listening to Sway in the morning, and he was talking about Flo Rida and Ashanti going on vacation together.
Just them two, though?
Just them two.
That don't make no sense.
He's in a relationship, but they're good friends.
But where's her handler?
Hers?
Yeah. She don't go by herself.
But she's single, so it doesn't...
no mama, no sister?
It could have been
no
some mama,
person?
but... The story was they went together. His person he's dating did not go. Whether or not she knew or not, I don't know. But it stemmed from that. So the question was, how would you feel if the person you're dating goes on vacation with someone of the opposite sex and they're just friends?
So
it could be vacation, movie. Me personally,
yeah,
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be okay with it.
Okay.
However. I think this double standard come into play because I have female friends that I'm cool with, and my wife knows them. I don't have no female friends that my wife don't know.
Got it.
However, I think she would definitely have a problem if I went on vacation with one of my friends that she hang out with. She would have a problem with that, as well she should. I would be like, why are you getting upset about that? We just friends, you know that. So I would think it's okay.
For you to go,
me,
but not for her to go.
Right. However, I know she's okay with me going to lunch with him, going on a dinner with him.
Right.
Even a movie, she wouldn't care about that. But vacation, that's a different thing.
Vacation, which is
different stuff.
Fucking great.
It is, but I'm just saying, you still going out
days.
with somebody on the opposite sex, still, period. But it was about vacation. But I had to break it down for my situation. Like, vacation probably be out, but...
So, does the vacation... Okay, going to lunch with the opposite sex... I'm not going to ask the question that what's different from lunch to vacation, but... Because at the end of the day, you don't need but 2 minutes for anything outside, to happen.
Right, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen.
But I'm just trying to figure out... So I'm thinking vacation is more intimate in terms of vacation.
The sound of it.
The sound of it is more intimate, right? Vacation.
Two rooms?
So if you say trip...
It's all about people, though. If it's just two people going on vacation, that makes absolutely no sense. That's a different lifestyle than what we would live.
It don't make sense to me at all.
It don't make no sense. They're celebrities, so they're not by themselves. Right. Ashanti will not travel by herself.
It's because that's their world.
That's a whole other different conversation.
But people do it.
Really?
Because I heard they were calling in saying they've done this. It caused issues in their relationship, but regular people have done this. Yes, have went on vacation with their friends. They went on
because the significant other had to work or something.
Yeah, they say with the reason behind it.
It still don't make no sense. Well, to me, it doesn't make that much sense because it's like, you think about, not even the word vacation. Vacation takes effort. You know what I'm saying? Right. It takes a lot of effort. That means you booking hotels. Whether you stay in the same room or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You booking how to get there, whether you driving road trip or you on the plane. You going to a different location with somebody else, whatever and stuff. Even if it's not on some like I'm worried about y'all doing something.
Yeah.
You're making this effort to do this with a friend of the opposite sex versus. You can be doing this with me.
Let's put more context behind it. Let's say we planned all this trip to go together.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, your significant other couldn't go.
She couldn't go.
Like you're going to be like, you're not going to go now because she can't go? Or are you going?
Well, I'm saying, I can understand like what Wanda said just now, like at last minute, like something like that. That's
what I'm saying. I don't know the context of that situation, but I'm talking about in general.
Multiple days.
If something were to happen and your significant other could not go, would you still go, or you be like, I'm gonna miss out because she couldn't go?
Sorry, I don't think I would do that, man. Because I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't want to be done to me. You know what I'm saying? That situation, fair. So regardless of that being happening,
because you're uncomfortable with it.
It's not even about I'm worried about somebody cheating or sex stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just the fact. It's just the fact that like you go on vacation, like with your home. You know what I'm saying? Like I know one of my wife's good friends. I like him a whole lot and everything else. But I think I still have an issue, and it's not because I'm worrying about them doing anything. It's just more or less the fact that, like, yo, you still on vacation with, somebody opposite like that, you know what I mean? And the fact, like I said, it takes time and effort. Like, why I'm not going, you know what I'm saying?
So is it more because of what vacation entails? Like, vacation can be intimate to some folks, right? Like
it's the effort.
It's the effort, which makes it intimate. Because if you're gonna put a lot of effort into something to go relax. I'm thinking some folks think of it as, okay, if I'm going to put effort into it, or if my significant other's going to put effort into it, I need to be included in that.
Right.
But...
And 9 times out of 10, it is going to be, that's going to be the case.
But here's the thing. If I have a female friend that's equivalent to my relationship with you guys, at that point, I don't think it's about the friendship. I think it's about my woman. If a woman told me, man, I don't want you to go on vacation with your homie, I don't think it's about vacation anymore. I think it's more so about intimacy, or vacation is seen as an intimate event.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't think it's about the friendship, because you can go to lunch with her or you can do this with her, but you can't go on vacation. And again, I think that just people's definition of vacation is different.
Well, I have to get in here, y'all. I've been on vacation with Big Tiff. We go all the time. We go to Coachella.
Right.
And I was with Faith, but Tiff is my body person. We always together. Me and Tiff.
Right.
We go as we a crew. Me and Tiff, all 2-man crew.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like, yo, and believe it or not, Faith's best friend is her friend from childhood, JR.
Yeah, who's the guy?
Carl Baker. That's her best friend. So they would go. That's not my business. That is her best friend.
Right.
And Tiff is my body. That's my person. So Tiff is always with me. Matter of fact, we're going to do tomorrow. So I think it's very situational. That's why I'm like, nah, I'm always with Tiff everywhere.
Well, I'm saying, so you be okay with it? You're saying
we went to Coachella twice.
That's
just
saying.
One example.
He says, yeah, and see, and that goes back to what you're saying. I think it's
the person.
It's the person.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's the perception.
Tiff been there since 02 or 03.
And it's the perception of vacation too.
Right. We went on vacation though.
Some people value vacation like I can only go on vacation with my significant other. Some people don't. Some
I
people
agree. It's the
right.
language of it all.
Right. Some people don't make.
I've been on
that.
vacation with everybody.
My point.
I've been with you on vacation.
Right.
Yes.
So vacation to you is diverse. It's just not. It's not confined
Time
to just.
from home is vacation.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Vacation, as in just in July, for a week, for 2 weeks, is not what I would do because I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's
so,
a bit much. Yeah.
Right.
You know, vacation for me could be because we're going on vacation in December for the whole month.
It's
I'm not doing
boundaries.
anything.
I'm saying it's boundaries to it all.
Like, yeah, there are boundaries.
Right,
I think it's fucking in the fucking. This is the details. It is who it is. I ain't about to go on no vacation with no stranger. But Tiff, we go everywhere. She coming with me. We're going
It's just
together.
a friend. Ain't talking about some new person just popped on the scene.
Yeah,
About
hell
a
no. That
friend.
doesn't make any sense to
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A friend.
Right.
Who's been there through thick and thin.
Right.
She get to go.
And I think if in that case, I think the significant other, in my mind, the significant other would already know
Yeah.
Tiff or know her relationship or y'all relationship,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
it's more so like I'm not losing my man, I'm gaining a sister.
But
Yeah.
type
So I'm
thing.
like, yo, this is different.
But they also got to
conversation.
be secure in that situation. Too.
True.
Yeah.
That's
Because every
what it boils down to.
person can't handle that.
That's true.
I can.
They can't
So
handle
so my
That's what
thing,
I'm saying.
and like I said, and I see what Jamie is saying. Like I can understand the situation, and like you said, because you're not coining it as a vacation. It's not like y'all going to Bermuda, suntanning, or doing something like that.
Right.
Like that. Y'all going to Coachella, hang out, party, whatever, like that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
weren't by ourselves.
You
we
need
more
we
context.
always
So-
together.
So is that, but just you know what I mean. But I think just the fact of just, which seems innocent enough, and I'm sure I know it's innocent enough. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's not a big deal, and it's apparently you're saying you'd be okay the other way around if it was.
'Cause that's her body person. They've been together since she told me elementary school.
So
That's
you
her
would be
best
okay
friend.
with that? You wouldn't trip on that?
It ain't my business. I can't be.
Right.
I can't have an issue with it. That's her person. So who am I to infringe on a real life relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but I think for myself, I don't know. I just think that I wouldn't be. And like I said, I trust her on me. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I nothing think that we got sister and brother over there, but I just still think that I prefer it. Like if we are going as a group or whatever and stuff, and we doing, I would be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But like. I mean, it's different. Like if she happened to be down, like her homie live in Alabama.
But I'm about to
whatever,
say,
you know
so
what I'm
would
saying?
you get Andre? Would you be okay with that?
Then I'd be like, okay, you can see homie, so it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever and stuff. And he comes by like, he goes down to Baton Rouge, whatever, and he may swing by. If I happen to be there, I'd be fine with that. I don't care about that at all. But I think, like I'm saying, it's not because I think because I want to be part of that situation on a vacation outside the girl stuff. Because when you with different relationships, it's different stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like
right.
yo, and we'll get into that later. But I'm saying it's like if you go on vacation with your boys, it's different than going with your lady. You know what I'm saying?
You're damn right.
Right.
It's a whole different vibe.
You don't say where the hoes at with your lady, do you?
Nah, you're not gonna say that.
But I better say when I'm with Jermaine.
You know what I mean? So,
Where's the hoes at, my nigga?
so it's just a different thing. You know what I mean? It can be something simple. We talked about before in the past. It's just even joking about certain stuff. You joke with your wife or with your lady different. You joke with your homies.
Right.
You might be more crude and more whatever else, and you get each other doing it.
Right.
You're not gonna do it the same way with your wife because she's looking at you like you're crazy, or with your girl. Or
Why
whatever.
you do that to me? I'm here. You embarrassing me.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different vibe. It's two fun experiences and two different experiences.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I prefer. I wouldn't be just for me, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sure, you be cool with that, but you say you're doing.
I'm cool for me doing it.
But you like, look, I can do it, but you can't do it.
So it's
Do as
nobody.
I say, not as I do.
For this situation, yeah.
Yes.
So it's nobody to one I can go with where you'd be like, okay, I'm cool with
Male,
Yeah.
Her twin brother.
that's a given. Well, she don't have no male friends, so it's hard for me to even say that. But I know I wouldn't be comfortable with it.
But
Is that because she doesn't have a male day one like
She don't have that.
Okay. But if she had a male day one,
If she had that,
It's
it's hard. It's hard to say because she don't have it. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
really hard to say.
So
Like
you can't
but,
make it up.
You know, like if she has something like Faith got,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to come between that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying.
But it would
It's not my
be. It's
business.
hard because she don't have it. So it's hard for me to really give an
You can't
opinion on
imagine
it. Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Can't
to say.
imagine it. It's not what she would do because she hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
And we're
Well,
40
imagine
years
that.
in.
I'm hypothetical. So say if Tawana and Bridget on them, they down Miami or something like that and everything. Some reason I'm down there, whatever and stuff. The whole different reason. And I'm like, I know you don't care about this because it's a bad example. God, but someone check Tawana out. You wouldn't care about that. Sorry.
Yeah, wait, man, go check on my wife.
I already know that. So
that's
Yeah, y'all don't count.
we'll scratch that. We'll
Right,
scratch
you better go check on my
I'm
wife.
trying to make a scenario. This one a good one. So.
Yeah, y'all don't count.
or Frank or was down in Miami or
No.
Josh or
All them niggas better go check on my wife. Is she okay? Does she need food,
Right.
money? It's your job.
Yeah, when she went to DR, Fat Mike went and checked on her. When she's in DR, she lost her luggage and all that stuff because he lived in DR. That time.
Well, he was down there at that time.
He lived there that time.
Yeah, time.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
yeah.
went and checked on her.
He's a fucking
Savage.
He lived in DR?
The part of
Yeah,
the
you gotta be savage.
Yeah, he lived in DR.
He lived there?
But yeah, I
That
think
guy was a $40 hero. He lived there? How long he been there?
Yeah, so it's different.
He'll stay a
Well-
part of a year. Like he'll stay like a few months. Then he'll come back to Maryland.
Ooh, my God.
Okay, but Trip is different. Just to put another spin on it, would you, if Carl and Faith had to share a room, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, that's our people.
Okay.
Just like me and Tiff, we had to stay together. That house wasn't that big. I ain't sleeping on the floor. That's Tiff.
you don't even see her in that light though.
She's
No,
the
I
homie,
don't.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
Tiff.
she came
That's what
through
I'm saying.
to me. It was
Right,
all
that's
together.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how,
I mean, his
Yes.
was there, but yeah, she came through and she was chilling. You know what I'm saying?
She
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
handled
yeah.
herself.
That was my first time meeting her, I think, then. But yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to sexualize everybody. That's
you
not fair to the person.
Yeah, it's not
how do you think you would feel?
What I
Yeah,
feel?
you. How would you feel?
If about me going or my
Both.
Both.
if I got a day one, this is just me. If I got a day one similar to Tiff and Jamie, I expect whoever I'm dating to be like, all right, I'll holler at you when you get back. On the flip side of that coin, wait, let me back up. And the reason why I expect that is because at that point, that person would have already spent mad time around her, know
And you.
and me together,
And separate.
know our relationship, know where we come from, yada yada. So the history at that point is already well consumed.
Established.
Right.
On the flip side of that coin, if it's in the reverse, she has a day one, because I'm pretty good at like filtering out like dumb shit, right? But if she has a day one, here's what I'm learning at this age now. What I'm learning about relationships, you can't intervene with established relationships that somebody you're dating or with already have. Like that's part of their life away from you. Like, here's what I do know. In the last situation I was in, I took little small things for granted. So if I'm dealing with somebody, if I'm not with them and I drive to the store, like that's liberation. That's my time. So all I'm saying is, if she has a day one, they came up together, or they're best friends, or whatever that relationship is. If I've been around dude and I've been welcomed, or he, I've been around him enough to kind of fill him out, sense things. That's her shit. I can't touch that. I can't touch.
That's fair.
That build. She's established that.
You
And as a
understand
man,
that, yeah.
I gotta be secure enough to say, listen, man, I can't tamper with that relationship because it was there before me, and if something pop off, it's gonna be there after me. That's just it is what it is.
That's what it is.
So
yeah.
I will be comfortable enough in myself to say,
You're
yo,
visiting.
right. So and I expect her to tell me the truth. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, that's also a thing about
Yeah.
your partner. Like,
Yeah.
you don't trust your partner?
Yeah, just be straight up and you know. But I wouldn't have a problem if that was her day one, her solid true day one. I honestly think I'd be comfortable with it. I do. I think I'd be comfortable.
Yeah, so we're all on one accord.
Yeah, it sounds like we got a little different things with it. But yeah, we're going to shift gears, whatever. And I just want to know about the stereotypes of birth order. And when I say birth order, I mean in regards of like when you was born. So like, for example, me and Kashar are the oldest out of our siblings.
Right.
Jermaine is the baby out of his siblings.
Yeah.
And you're the middle child of your siblings. And there's certain characteristics that comes along with being in those order. I mean, it's also too like only child and stuff too as well.
Right.
So it's just like, how much do you really like? You know what I'm saying? Like
Feed into
believe
the
in
stereotype?
the stereotypes of it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the easiest stereotype is the baby, right? Is to say that like they usually, and I'll let Jermaine speak on this. as far as being like spoiled one, getting everything they want, and stuff like that. You know, because they got the older siblings to protect them. Jermaine, what's your thoughts about that?
I think my dynamic is a little bit different. So I might didn't get the ass whoopings that my older siblings got, but I got my share. My mom. Here's what happened. So me being the youngest, I was spoiled with restrictions. At 7 years old, I knew how to fry an egg. I was ironing clothes. I was washing clothes.
Yeah.
I'm real shit. 7, 8 years old. So
I can believe it.
So it was more so like, yeah, you may be a tad bit spoiled, but you will know how to function out here in this world as a single man, even as a married man, or whatever the case may be. So
we'll get you on the right way.
Right.
Now.
And that came from my mom. Now from my siblings actually did. They stepped in and played huge roles, right? They guided me and stuff like that, and but they didn't really spoil me. It was almost like nothing was handed to me, but they noticed that I had work ethic, and I was willing to like work at certain things. So I didn't have to ask, I didn't have to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Can you help me out? They were in tune with my work ethic. So, but just to sit back and say, nah, everything was given to me.
Do you think your siblings look at it the same way you look at it, though?
Yeah, I think so. They may joke here and there and say, they do that now. They'll say, well, Mom, why did you didn't beat Jermaine like you beat us? But I didn't do the shit you did either.
True.
You know what I'm saying? My mother told me to be home.
Right.
I came home. I wasn't trying to push the envelope and play with this lady. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do the shit you did. So if you really want to get technical with it, I didn't do what you did. By the time I knew what an ass whooping was, by the time
you knew you were no parts of it.
Right, I knew what not to do.
Yeah.
So I knew what not to do. So that's part of it. I didn't do what you did. So but they'll see it as this is. Here's one thing I will say. When I came through, I was in high school. My mama got tired of girls calling the house. She said, I'm going to fix this shit. She went and got me my own phone line in my own room.
Yeah.
So I ain't even have to come out of the room and use the phone. So my siblings would be like, my older brothers would be like, well, you had your own. I'm like, what the? It was just my mom and I.
Yeah,
the dynamic changed.
It's not a house full of people.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's us.
It's us. So it's just us. She got tired. My mom literally said, I'm tired of girls calling this house. And she went the next day and got fucking 291-4217. I never forget that number.
Give me a call.
So a lot of that, a lot of things that came to me as the youngest child, but it was a result of the dynamic shifting.
Because she's already adept at what's happened. She had 3 before.
So
we know what it is.
Yeah.
Shit, I made it easy.
Yes.
She ain't got to deal with the phone calls. Through high school, I kept money in my pocket. She didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? I made it easy.
Yeah.
I was really independent.
See, you were
that's
so
what they
young,
usually say
you
about
had to get down and lay down.
Right.
Like, I'm going to get
They
down.
usually
shit.
say about the last
And
kid,
goddamn,
the parent already know. They move differently with the younger one because they already been through it before.
Yeah,
Right. So some things they used to worry and freak out about, it's like, okay, I already know this is.
Right, and then I made it, and my mama tell you, I made it so much more easier. I got my license at as soon as I turned 16, I had my license. The day up. Look, my science teacher in high school, my freshman year, let me skip her class a week to take driver's ed. I took driver's ed. My birthday came, got my license. So it was shit. I was a well-oiled machine.
Yes, you did.
I played sports year round. Ran track, played basketball, played football. So I'm always getting picked up by the homies or the coaches.
So you weren't a bother.
Nah.
But you know what? But I would say, like, your situation makes a lot of sense. But a lot of times I would think that you don't fit the stereotype of what the... And we
That's what I'm about to say.
You know
you don't fit the...
Yeah, because
the obvious stereotype of
the third child. Well, the last child, the youngest child.
Yeah, because like, I'm the oldest, but I get how my perception of my youngest sister is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And her perception might be different than mine, but to me, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, by the time my parents got older, they kind of gave her things a lot more easier. That's how I look at it, because she was the youngest, whatever, and stuff, and she was the baby, whatever. That's how I feel. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it's just how
That's how you saw it.
That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So some of the things that where if I made a mistake somewhere, they'll kind of come and bail her out a little bit more easier than it was for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, you got it easier compared to what, you know, myself or, you know, Keisha, my middle sister, you know what I'm saying, is whatever. So that, to me, that's just kind of like the spoiled thing and everything. I didn't say she's spoiled like a spoiled brat, but I'm saying the fact that it's a little different than what we had going on.
Right. And my siblings kind of, like I said, certain things, they look at it that way.
Yeah.
But what I tell them too, because the age gap is somewhat vast, times change so much. Like, you know, my oldest brother was a trailblazer. He was a serial trailblazer. So he didn't take, our mindsets were different. He boxed, he was in the sports, but he was also he was raised around older guys.
So he was mature.
Right. Then Tim came through. Him and Tim were really close, both were raised by older guys. And my sister came through. My mom kind of kept her over here with her.
Yeah.
Then when I came through, my mom felt like I can trust Jermaine. She tested me a little bit, got my license, bring my car back. I bring the car back. Bring my car back with gas. I bring it back with gas. Then on top of that, I was never under my mother. I was under my oldest brother and older men. So when I got to college, I'm coming in there with clothes like didn't nobody else have, because I've been around older.
Yeah.
My dynamic was different.
Right.
Didn't nobody give me anything at 16, 17 years old. I didn't want it. I'm helping my mom at 16, 17 years old.
I guess.
You see what I'm saying? So my dynamic was totally different.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that's the thing on location too.
Right. Definitely.
Because if your older brother didn't do anything, then you know that shit trickles down to the
Hell
family.
yeah.
Well, since Jamie used as the middle child, you
Yeah.
know, whatever I say, I know, and it's also different because
I have two sisters.
two sisters. I'm in a situation I got three sisters, but I got two sisters that live in the same household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a whole different dynamic there. But like you being the middle child as a you know, as the only boy, how was that different?
Well,
and what's the stereotype as the middle child?
Yeah, boys are already spoiled.
Oh, I was gonna get a stereotype.
Oh,
yeah, the stereotypes. The oldest child is the most, you know, is the older parent essentially.
Yeah.
They take the most brunt of it all. The middle child is the standout child, wants all the attention. The baby gets spoiled.
mm-hmm.
And I'm a boy in sandwich in between them two, so of course I was all over the place. I was a free roaming child. I would say that. There's so many. We had plenty of black men in my community. Plenty of black men everywhere you can look. So I could come and go as I please. So I didn't have to check in, but my sister did. Sean always check in. Where are you? Where you going?
Mm-hmm.
With me, hey man, where you been? Okay, it's food in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
I'm good.
Uh-huh.
So I could always do what I wanted to do. I was spoiled in the sense that, how dare you ask me where am I going? Why do you care? Because I'm in these streets, baby. I'm gone.
Right.
I was always traveling. I was with the Boy Scouts going somewhere. I was with the football team going somewhere. I was with the track, football, basketball. We were going somewhere. Baseball, I'm out. I went to Christian camp for 2-3 summers up here in Raleigh.
Mm.
So I could do what I wanted to do. My mama didn't bother me. I give her that much credit.
Right.
She didn't bother me.
Right.
She would support me. She would support me as much as she could with having 2 kids and then having Amber when she was 28. So as much as I could, I was very much so the middle child. Give me this attention because I need it. Look what I just did. I just saved the world by becoming an Eagle Scout. I did that. It was me.
Right.
Nobody but me. So I need that attention. Go and give it to me. I want it all. And I was spoiled as being a boy. Boy could do whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to go date these girls over here in this other town. Take me over there to see them. And they took me.
Right.
My grandma got in the car on a Sunday to take me to Bladenboro to this girl named Keisha Ruffin so I could be her date in the Jabberwock pageant. How fucking rich is that?
Right.
But it's like, they would never take my sister to do no shit like that. Why are you talking to a boy in another town?
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
But
How
I think
dare you?
And it's a different dynamic from a girl to a boy too.
So you know it's me.
Right.
I get what I want. How
Right.
dare you tell me no?
Right.
I had a problem with mama telling me I couldn't take the. We had a conversion van. Y'all know what a conversion van is?
Yeah.
The big ass van with the seat. With
Oh,
the
the van. I
Right.
was say fan. Yeah.
conversion van.
Van,
yes.
Conversion van.
Yeah.
You can sit in the back, damn to take a nap in the back seat. 2-seat captain seats.
For
and then
bar
the-
stools and shit, all barbershop
all
chairs
that
and that
shit.
bitch.
My mama had to have that van. That van sucked gas. But it was the nicest car we had, so I'm guaranteed to take it to the prom, right?
Right.
I wish you would tell me no. And they had a nerve to tell me no, and I had a problem with that. I because I do everything right.
Right.
I got all the grades. I'm going to college. They told me no, and I wanted to burn the house down. And they relented and said I could. I said, good, goddammit. You know, I'm like, you better.
Right. And you took it.
No.
What the fuck? What was
the girl I was dating, but the girl that went to the prom was like, what a fucking van?
She saw those barbershop chairs in that bitch.
No, I'm not taking me in no fucking van. I trim McMillan. She said, no, we ain't going in no van. She had a car.
We're going in this.
They had
her car.
That van had some the seats that you turn all around like a barbershop.
You turn that way and it's a table barbershop right here.
Chairs.
You gotta go around the table to get to the bucket.
Right.
The ice in the back.
Right.
But that was the good car.
Right.
So Adrian told me no. But the point is, I was very spoiled, and that shit is true because I'm the middle child to the nth degree. It's me, baby. You better look at me or else.
Right.
So they fell into my trap. And gave me all the attention I required and all these events I had, and everybody was there. So, yes, I am the epitome of a middle child.
Sarah, what about you, man? I mean, you've been the oldest. You got 3 boys, though. I mean, 3 of y'all.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if I fit the bill with a stereotype of first child because I don't really know what that
I think
one is
means because this is why I got a lot growing up. People they thought I was the only child for whatever reason.
But how old are you
with your mom a lot?
Was I with my mom?
Yeah.
No, because he had that brand new damn freaking current year Ultima going to college. That's what we thought he was on.
Oh, yeah, he did.
It was current year.
That green
That's why I thought people said it.
Damn, I forgot about that.
They thought I was spoiled, like stuff like that. So none of those things fit the first child.
What's the age difference between you and Lionel?
5 years.
That's a big difference.
And then me and Dominic is 10 years.
So yeah,
that's a huge difference.
But you like a caretaker though. But I mean, step on what you're saying.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but this one, I don't think you fit a stereotype because you like how you talk about your brothers and how you did. You more of a caretaker type person. I think you.
Well, maybe that part.
But I think even amongst your friends, you like that too sometimes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's an age thing, but you kind of like, well, make sure people good, you make sure they're all right, and all that kind of stuff. So you definitely know with your brothers. So that part is
maybe the positive part. I mean, I'm thinking when I hear stereotype, it's usually negative.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, stereotypes are true. It's it's a common.
Well, I'm saying more of
they're limited.
People say most first children or oldest children are like controlling and stuff like that.
More mature because they have to be in charge.
Right. I don't think I'm controlling. Do I have some control issues? Yes. But I don't think I'm controlling. You know what I'm saying?
Says the control freak. Says the control freak.
No, I'm used to doing things a certain way. My way. You know what I mean? Because I know I can get it done.
Right.
Versus allowing somebody else.
It's not a bad thing. It's a title. It's just, somebody had to wrangle up the cats.
But yeah, I think I have that caretaker type that, as being the oldest sibling. I do think, that characteristics I do fit. I think that's the only one, really. I think I fit. The caretaker, the nurturer type, make sure everybody's good. Yeah. But some people say the oldest child have a lot of pressure, too. I never felt that pressure, like to do everything right or do things a certain way. I don't feel like I got that. I think, in my case, the middle child got that. I think because of things I did, I think Lionel felt that he had to do certain things and follow a certain path because of what I did.
Right, I can see that.
So he probably felt more pressure than I did.
Got it. Yeah, middle child.
So
that makes sense.
It was different,
but it was 5, and then it was 5 between Lionel and
Dominic.
Dominic, 5, 5, 5.
But them two, they fit their middle child and baby syndrome. Yes, all day.
Wow.
Like Dominic got everything handed to him. He Dominic ever got a whipping. He probably never get no whipping. Lionel all over the place. Attention seeking, like always trying to stand out.
Yes.
That was him all day. He would even tell you that. So they definitely fit their characteristics.
Nothing to
middle and last child.
Got it.
All day.
That's funny. I think for myself, I think that I was the oldest child, but I kind of got dynamic having 2 sisters. So part of the stuff like the curfew stuff and all that, like I didn't really, especially by the time I got senior year, like my parents really asked me, you know what I mean? And I used to go out and I would come back in whenever I came back in, whatever. So it wasn't like no one really questioned me too much about it or anything.
Right.
My sisters could never done that, but I know partly because
But
they might be females too. You know what I mean?
But neither one of them, or just one. Who could have gotten away with that? Something like that out of the two. I'm talking out of the two sisters.
No,
neither one of them.
Neither one of them.
I don't think neither one of them. I think they would ask like where you going. They want a curfew when you're coming back.
Right.
Like I didn't get that. Like especially, I mean, maybe I was like 10th grade or something like that. But by the time I got like my senior year, I come like 7 o'clock in the morning. My parents would say nothing. You know what I mean? But I also it might have been because I wasn't getting in trouble and stuff too. So it might have been things I've been doing.
They knew your character.
So they was trusting. They would probably trust me more, knowing like I'll be okay.
But it's not that they don't trust your sisters. It's the fact that other people.
Yeah, females. So I think they might be a little bit more tighter on them with that. Mm-hmm. But I think as an older kid, I feel my responsibility is not to give my parents any type of worry about. True. And even more so when I went off to school, like I worked for my, I worked for my little summer job before I came to college, whatever and stuff. And even they might give me a little bit of money when I first started. And maybe around homecoming the first year, after that, everything I got as far as Montana, it's been me working to get what I got. But I was okay with it because I'm like, I got 2 sisters back home.
So I don't want to be a burden.
I don't want to be burdened. You worry about them. I'll take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I stay in school. Yeah. Make sure I work for myself. But I feel as an older sibling, that's something I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And I took pride in trying to do that.
Not being a burden.
Stuff. Yeah, like, yo, you got them. Don't worry about me. I'm good. And I think it's still kind of the case now. Like, I don't go back to asking them for nothing. My parents, you know what I mean? Because even if I need something, I'm going to figure it out. My parents, if they, decide they want to help with something, it's different. I don't know, my sisters may not ask, but it's just the fact that they helped them out a little bit way more than they helped me. But
like, no.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I mean, I think it's probably the place of order of just being in that role.
The older brother.
Yeah. So so I feel like being responsible. I try to make sure they good, but they listen to me, and that's a different ball game. But I try to make sure, I gotta make sure y'all good too.
Right.
But now I'm trying to get like out of that. I mean, I still want to make sure they're good, but not in the same way as when we was younger or me being a young adult. Because now I got my own family, my own kids. So even some stuff that they got going on, I may not agree with. Let me just shut up because it's not my business. You know what I mean?
You know what?
And they'll deal with it. So it's not my, and I'm learning that because it's not like you deal with your own life or mom and dad, whatever the case may be, and that's what my family right now.
Right. The dynamics do change.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get your own stuff. But being that you are a middle child and you are the youngest child, do you feel like you like check in or make sure that your older or younger sibling are okay?
No. I'm a lame. I need to check in more. I mean, my sister Amber moved up here.
Amber's here now. So.
Yeah, Amber's here.
She's in Durham, Raleigh?
Carrie,
okay.
So she's here now. So I mean, I do need to check in more, whether it be a text. But you know what it is? I use social media. Like, yeah, all right. You need me, you call me. I'm here.
You need to be like, come over for Sunday dinner or something, man.
I do.
Yeah, you need to just like.
Sunday dinner to be on the couch watching football.
Right.
Well, not football season.
Basketball.
Basketball season.
Baseball. I'm doing shit. Riding my bike.
We talk. We're close anyway. You know what I'm saying? We communicate. We work out together, or we
Mama said.
Yeah,
that type shit.
My mom is like that. Or my mom will call one of us and like, you talk to your brother or your sister, you need to call them. And she'll make sure you call them. You know what I'm saying? But we already communicate anyway. But I will say this. I will say if we go a few days without speaking, somebody gonna shoot somebody a text or something. And the other thing is this too. And I just thought about this recently. How we like the business side of things, the things we're doing is business oriented, it keeps us connected too. You see what I'm saying? So even if we don't talk every day, just, hey, what's up, what's going on? It's more so like, all right, did you get this email? Did you see this? Did you see this? We need to talk about this.
Constantly in contact.
Yeah, so we're constantly in contact. So, which is a good thing. But for me just to call and say, hey, what's up, what's going on? I may not do that because we're already engaging anyway.
It sounds like something you would say to a stranger.
Right. But I would, right.
You ain't shit today.
Right.
Talking cash shit to my siblings.
Right. So, and honestly, I don't even think my siblings see me. They see me as they do see me as their younger brother. I will say that they still view me as the baby brother, but it's like it's not like, we got to give him something, or no, this dude is super ambitious. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I know we all motivate each other, but I can tell when I'm motivating one of my siblings. Like it might be something I'm doing or whatever, and then something they've been talking about they're gonna do, they'll get on it. And then they'll call me and say, hey, look, need you to check this out, read this, or whatever the case may be. And vice versa. They'll be doing something too, and I'm like, shit, let me get on my game. Let me step up.
Y'all ain't sick of each other though. I mean, I see it from afar. Even just viewing it. Like you said, you were just talking to sister just a few minutes ago. So
right.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So definitely. So y'all definitely in touch with each other.
And her saying, hey, we're at a fundraiser. It speaks a different language. You all right? You good? Where the boys at? And then that's when you got on. You was like, oh, hey, Kwame. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's what's up. Sure.
Oh, okay. So, speaking of good things, our next dose of dopeness feature comes from another NCCU alum, Miss Jerusha Streeter. She is the owner of Rosemary and Hemp. She specializes in handcrafted, organic, plant-based herbal blends for the mind, body, and wellness. You should probably check it out. It's like right up your alley. Okay. So, there's some good stuff. I haven't used it personally, but I know last year, she's based right here in the Triangle area, but she ships all over. Like I've turned her on to some people in Vegas and like different places. So her stuff, you can get it anywhere. Right. Tawana's cousin, we gave her as a gift last year, like a little gift basket of some of her stuff, and like she loved all the organic like scrubs, and she got teas and all kind of stuff for the mind and body. So like it's right up your alley. But you can check Jerusha out, Rosemary Hemp at www.rosemaryandhemp.com. And again, like she based right here in the Triangle, but she ships all over the place. So
Jerusha,
I'm gonna check her out and support her today. I'm gonna check her out today.
Definitely. She's been on a health and wellness journey for quite some time. I've been following.
You've been following it,
really?
Yeah.
IG. She's a classmate, so it's
always been good. Yeah, you can find it on IG and Facebook too at Rosemary, Rosemary and Hemp.
I got a question though.
Yes.
Got any weed in?
I don't know. I think I seen something about some CBD stuff, but she might got something. But yeah, check her out on the website. Again, yeah, that's our dose of dopeness for today. So that was a good show, guys. For all you listeners, followers, you can check us out at 4x Dope Podcast on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. If you want to hit us up with any comments, you can email us at 4xdopepodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you're interested in some sponsorship, we are currently doing sponsorships. And like I said, you can email us or you can DM us as well. Also, if you want to check out our merchandise, our 4x Dope Podcast merchandise, you can check it out at www.shops2c.com. And
that's another one.
Shout out Jerusha again, man. Good stuff, girl.
Young Jerusha.
I did follow too.